Welcome to Masterclass Bass Lessons for the non-musician and chronic procrastinator. Your host, Alasdair Nigel Forsythe Slickfinger. Oozing integrity, exceptional knowledge, cutting-edge innovation, natural sophistication, and class.
Good evening. Tonight we begin a journey that will change your life. Let me be your spirit guide, guru, mentor, role model, and life coach as we enter the deep, sumptuous bottom end of the bass guitar. Tonight's lesson is one I like to call Lesson 1A, Part 2 of 3, Advanced Fundamental Fundamentals for the Beginner Bass Guitarist, concerning the basic anatomy of the bass guitar for an intermediary understanding of advanced instrumental basics. Since the beginning of 4/4 time, the bass guitar has had a biological and symbiotic relationship with the human being. It has 4 strings. We have 4 fingers. It has a body. We have a body. It has a neck. We have a neck. And it has a nut. We have similarities. And with that, let's begin our lesson. One of the most important features on the bass guitar are the strings. It is impossible to avoid using them, as they are a fundamental catalyst that drives the mechanisms for creating sound. This is a definitive, although irritating fact, especially for those who suffer with string anxiety or any other twine-related phobias. Therefore, let us become intimately acquainted with them. The strings are arranged in an unalphabetical order of E, A, D, G. A good practice is to make up a mnemonic device. I use the phrase, exquisite and delicious gin, which were the last words my great-grandmother uttered on her deathbed. I encourage you to make your own phrase, one which would be easy for you to remember. If, however, you are unable to come up with your own acronym, you could use the preferred industry standard, Economic Altruism Disenfranchises Gerbils, which of course refers to Alfonso Gertrude Gerbils, chief economist for the Altruistic Society Against Economic Disenfranchisement of Small Rodents. As you continue to become more familiar with your bass strings, you will understand that the strings are not just distinguished by letters, but also by girth. Your thicker strings are more pleasurable for the female listener. Many non-scientific studies have been conducted to confirm this, and since all the females in the audience won't be looking at you, they should at least feel your presence. This can be achieved by using other advanced techniques such as the pelvic girdle tilt, finger snap attacks, and thumb bumping, also known as the Arthur Herbert Fonzarelli, which is exclusively played on the A string. As we continue to understand girth dynamics, it is important that you don't let the thinner strings shame the bottom end. The thinner the string, the closer you are to becoming a guitarist, and the downward spiral of ego and charisma begins. Charisma is a hindrance to the modern bass player. Therefore, avoid using the thinner strings as much as possible, especially the G string. Which brings us to
The tip of the
never ignore G string, for it will eventually spoil your rhythm, your mood, and cause embarrassment for everyone involved. And finally, for our procrastinators, Join us next week as we'll look at using chicken wing grease on the strings for tastier licks.
Hello there, I'm the Hungry Titwinkle. Not only am I not a Masterclass Bass Lessons student, but Slick has banned me from watching this show. He murmured something about me having too much charisma and thinner strings, whatever that means. Anyway, as you can imagine, I'm a little disappointed, especially since I'm the one that supplies him with the chicken wing grease and the applicator for tastier licks. So instead of dwelling on that, I'm personally inviting you to watch my show, Food for Rock, where I pair food to music. Doesn't that sound delicious? So visit us at titwinkle.com for masterclass bass lesson notes, Food for Rock recipes, and of course, our music.
Is there someone in the Chamber of Knowledge?
Titwinkle, your third favorite band.